Story 6, Part 16. The Gate in the Ash. The shaking made it hard to breathe. Dust and grit rained from the ceiling of the undercity like Chicago itself was grinding its teeth. Every shadow bent toward the center of the chamber where Satan stood, long, unnatural shapes stretching across the walls, flickering in the sickly green light. He was tall. Not towering, not monstrous in some cartoonish way, just tall enough to make you feel small in his presence. His eyes weren't fire or glowing coals like I'd expected. They were black wells, so deep they swallowed every reflection. And then I felt it, his attention on me. It was worse than fear. It was like being seen and hated at the same time. The stake in my hand felt heavier now, almost hot. A faint glow pulsed along its edges, not like the green pulse of the undercity, but white, clean, almost too bright to look at directly. Satan's voice rumbled low. Do you know what you hold, Gravenmoor? That is no weapon. That is a key, and you don't even know which door it opens. The light spoke behind me, firm and calm. He doesn't have to know. The one who sent him does. That's when the ground split. Right between us, the ash-covered floor cracked open like glass, revealing a spiral of black steps leading down into nothing. From that nothing came whispers, hundreds, thousands of them, overlapping, urgent, tempting. They weren't coming for my ears. They were coming for my heart. This city will not be free, Satan said. Not while the covenant stands. I didn't know what covenant he meant, but God's presence wrapped around me like a shield. His voice, deep and steady, cut through the madness. The covenant of death will be annulled. I will open the ancient gates, and the King of Glory will come in. And suddenly I knew. This was the gate. The stake was the key. Satan moved closer, the shadows around him writhing like snakes. Elias, think. If you open that door, you won't survive what comes through. You'll be another name in the ruins. The light's brilliance flared, illuminating the chamber so brightly the shadowed figures screamed and clung to the walls. Open it. The stake's glow intensified until the air itself hummed. My hands shook, not from fear, but from the sheer force of what was flowing through it. I jammed the point into the center of the spiral. The world exhaled. A column of blinding light shot upward from the gate, slicing through the ceiling of the undercity, through the streets, the buildings, all the way into the night sky. I could hear it, not just see it. It was a sound like every church bell in Chicago ringing at once, each note layered with 1,000 unseen voices crying, "Holy." Satan staggered back, his form blurring at the edges. The shaking didn't stop, it grew more violent, but now it was pulling him toward the light. Across the city, people fell to their knees. Some who had mocked the name of Jesus for years found themselves praying without knowing why. In police precincts, in clubs, in apartment kitchens, in alleyways, prayers rose like steam from every corner of Chicago. I wanted to look away from the light. It was too pure, too piercing, but God's voice held me there. This is my city. And I am reclaiming it. The gate wasn't done opening. Something was coming through. Not a shadow. Not a man. An army.